Hello everyone, today I'm gonna introduce Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. So what is Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? It states that allele and genotype frequencies in a population will remain constant from generation to generation in the absence of other evolutionary influences. The principle was named after G. H. Hardy and Wilhelm Weinberg, who first demonstrated mathematically the condition in which the equilibrium can be used. There should be no mutation happens. For example, alter gene, delete or duplicate genes. There should be no random mating, so there should be no preference over mating. There should be no natural selection, so there will be no preferable gene in the gene pool. And there should be an extremely large population size because it can reduce fluctuation of the results. There should be no gene flow. So basically, there should be no new genes come in and no old genes go out. Let's make a hypothesis. There is no gene flowing out of this population, and there are only two types of eye color exist, brown eye and blue eye. Big B is a dominant gene for the brown eye, and the small b is a recessive gene for blue eye. And here are the genotypes. So we can calculate the genotypes frequencies together. You see the total number of the genotypes here is 15. So we will count the number of the three genotypes separately and divide them by 15. Here is the result. So for the homozygous dominant, it's 4/15. For the heterozygous, it's 2/5. For the homozygous recessive, it's 1/3. And you can check to see if they add up to 1. And you can also turn them into the decimal number. Now here is a gene pool for the population. It does seem kind of confusing, right? Let's rearrange it in another way. The total number of genes existing in this gene pool is 30. There are 40 big B gene and 16 small b gene, and calculate them in the same way. As you can see, the big B genes is 14, so it takes 7/15 of the total number, and the small b genes takes 8/15 of the total number. Also, you can check to see if they add up to 1. If you have learned probability in math, this may help you understand better. There are only two types of genes in the gene pool. So for the first gene, it can be either big B gene or small b, and for the second, the same. The probability of different genotypes then can be calculated by times the two frequencies. For example, for the first one, frequencies of homozygous dominant genotype will be big B frequency times big B frequency, and so on. Now it's a function time. Do they remind you of a math equation? The letters all represent frequencies, their percentage of the total number. Here's a math equation. A plus b squared equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So these two functions can actually be transferred from one to another. Finally, here's a chance for practice. There is still no gene flow in and out of this population. Black hair is dominant. Blonde hair is recessive. 36% of this population is blonde hair. What percentage of the population has a heterozygous genotype? So because the blonde hair is a recessive gene, the Q square should be 0.36. I transfer the percentage to a decimal number, and then we can calculate that the frequency of the Q gene is 0.6. As we can see in the principle, P plus Q equal 1, so the P should be 0.4. We can then calculate the heterozygous genotype, which is 2pq equal to 2 times 0.4 times 0.6 equal to 0.48, and we can also transfer the decimal number back to the percentage. Hope this video helps you understand Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium better. Thanks for watching.